Lights, camera, and action. I'm Greydon, and I'm your guide through the deep dive into the world of movies right here. It's right down there on the director's cut. Check down below for all the ways you could follow us right here at the Fanatics Network. Right there, the fanent.com, our website with amazing articles and a lot of predictions and everything. Right down there is the YouTube channel, the Fan ENT, where you're watching this. And there are many places. There's also Twitter and Twitch. As you can see, my Twitter is right down there. The director's got TFN. I'm on there. I repost their stuff for TFN. I'm also going to be starting to post some stuff for November. So stay tuned for that. We also have our Instagram right down there, the Fan ENT, the Fanatics ENT on Facebook, and right down there's our Twitch, the Fan ENT, your hub for all your fandoms. That's right. We're here tonight to talk that movie right there. But first, before I get into the comments, we have something special because as you guys know, look, I'm here a half an hour early. Why? Why? Well, there's a reason. We have a debut tonight. And stay tuned. That's right. Right directly after I'm done here tonight talking about Scary Movie, the World Elite Podcast is going to be live right here on the Fanatics Network and everywhere down below that I told you, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitch, our Twitter, our YouTube, right down below, right after me. So I'm the show opener, the showstopper. Woohoo! And they're the main event of the night. So without further ado, let's get into those comments and see who's here with us tonight. We got here first, my boy, my bro, Nick from the Universal Wrestling Podcast. He says, "Fire! I hope it is tonight. How you doing, man?" On the Silence Podcast, yo, what's up, KPG? How you doing tonight? Justin from Just in Time. What's up, G? What's up, my man? What's up, Justin? How you doing tonight? You love Scary Movie? Yeah, it's a very good one. I kind of did this for a Halloween because, as you guys could tell, last week I did Saw X. This week I'm doing Scary Movie. I just wanted to throw it out different Halloween style movies that you could watch this month of October. As always, I'm wearing my Squad Ghouls shirt. Who cares about pumpkin spice? It's about the Squad Ghouls. That's right. Who cares about pumpkin spice? You heard me, streets. AG, hope you well. Love this movie. Thanks, Kayla. How you doing tonight? I mean, tonight's gonna be a busy night for everyone. There's me doing this. There's NXT and AEW Dynamite on tonight. Whew, this is gonna be a big show. Let's see. What's good, buddy? I'm doing well, Nick. How are you? What's good, G? That's right. That's right. Like I said, the World Elite Podcast is following me right after tonight, right after I'm done here. So stay tuned. Stay right on the YouTube channel because it's going to be epic. Epic. Capital E, capital P, capital I, capital C, epic. And I just want to say to everyone else who's commented,
What's up?
What's
What's up? What's up? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, Duque, pick up the phone.
Yo.
What's up?
What you doing, son?
That's right. What you doing, son? I'm doing this review tonight. And as I gotta say, Tim King showing up here. Yo, G, what's good, bro? What's up? Tim, what's up? But anyways, let's get into it. Here, this film is a parody of multiple genres, including horror, slasher, mystery. It has a little bit of all of it thrown in because horror is a very vast genre. It's not just slashers, supernatural, mystery, thrillers. This kind of runs the gambit and kind of incorporates it all seemingly pretty well. Unlike the other one that came out right around the same time as Shriek, I Know What You Did last Saturday, the 14th. Yeah, that was all over the place. This was much better, folks. So if you haven't seen Shriek, don't see Shriek. See this instead. Several 1990s films and TV shows are spoofed in here. Everything from Scream, and I know what you did last summer as the slashers, to TV shows like and movies like Halloween, The Shining, Friday the 13th, The Usual Suspects, The Sixth Sense, The Blair Witch Project, The Matrix, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A lot of this is done by the characters' names, even as well. Let's see. On Halloween night, Drew Decker. Yes, because we all know in the original Scream movie, the first person killed was Drew Barrymore, so they have Carmen Electra play Drew Decker here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, what's up? What's my favorite scary movie? Jeez. That's a tough one. Have you seen Kazam? You know the one with Shaq's the genie? Yeah, that one. What do you mean it's not a horror movie? Have you even seen Shaq act? No? Have you even seen his free throw percentage? That's scary as well. Well, you don't believe what? Well, you two. Anyways, anyways, let's get back to it. Sorry about the disruption. Might have been some Ghostface killer. You never know. Officer Doofy was incredible. Yes, he was. Drew Decker receives a threatening phone call while home alone, where she says Kazam is her favorite scary movie because of Shaq's acting. This year we get Carmen Electra in here doing this thing to the point even where he starts saying, "Oh, your boyfriend's tied up in the back," and it's like a Prince look-alike because at one point in time, Carmen Electra and Prince dated, and it was crazy. That was a great little Easter egg in there as well. She runs out. She tries to chase him. Tries to grab her, rips off her clothes. She's in brown panties. So, and he tries to strip before stabbing her right here. As he pulls it out, there's a breast implant. Because we all know Carmen Electra is fake. And then all of a sudden, she sees her dad driving, and she stops. Dad, right in front of the car. Why would you stop right in front of the car? Why? Why? Kids, don't try that at home. Do not stop in front of a car. It's always bad. But her dad was distracted. Why? Because of woo, because of some fun. Let's put it that way. A good time his wife was giving to him in there. So she looks up to her murderer just before she is fatally stabbed again, and we get "Scary Movie," the title coming up there, kind of like they did in Scream. Like he kills her. The Scream there is there. Cindy Campbell, yes, Nev Campbell played Sydney Prescott in the Scream movie, so we get here Sydney Campbell played by none other than what's her face? Anna Faris. Sorry, Anna Faris meets up with her boyfriend Bobby Prince. Yeah, Freddie Prince Jr. was in I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scooby Doo, who was also the husband. Who's also the husband of Sarah Michelle Gellar, who played TV's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Little trivia right there for you guys, so write that down. You never know when you might need it. Her friends Brenda Meeks, so we all know Randy Meeks from the Scream movies, who was all into scary movies. Ray Wilkins, played by Sean Wayans here. Greg Felipe, who was a takeoff of Ryan Felipe, who was in Cruel Intentions with Sarah Michelle Gellar. So it's kind of like you're getting a mashup of 90s pop culture right here. You get Buffy Gilmore, which is funny because it's Buffy Summers in what is it? In Buffy the Vampire, so that's her name, Buffy Summers. So you get Buffy Gilmore and Brenda Stoner Shirley, played by Marlon Wayans, who was just on that "What's Up" thing earlier today, or earlier in this episode. So, while Sydney is in class, she notices the killer watching her from outside before receiving an anonymous note that realizes Drew was murdered exactly 1 year after she and her friends accidentally killed a man. After, well, how did they kill a man? Well, this is where I Know What You Did Last Summer comes into play because, as you know, in I Know What You Did Last Summer, the fish hook guy gets killed by the group of kids. They throw him into the water and everything. Here, same thing happens. The guy says, "I'm okay, I'm okay," and he gets hit with different things, and poof, and they don't realize that when they do it, he's further and further away from where they hit him. So it's kind of funny in that aspect of it too. So they throw his body. They think it's him. They really think it's him. Um, After football practice, Greg notices a picture of his minuscule genitals on his locker saying, "I know" on it. What does he know? Maybe that he was partially that he killed a guy, or is he on steroids? They kind of hint at both. That it was the guy who got killed, who he killed in the car with them, and steroids as the same thing because he's a jock. So steroids might be play a big part in that picture that was shown. Cindy tells Greg and the others. Sorry, he accuses Ray of taking the picture and nearly fights him because Ray is really weird in this movie. He doesn't admit it. He might be gay. He doesn't admit it. but the way Sean Wayne's acts in this movie, you totally think Ray's gay until the reveal at the end that he's not. That he just likes certain things. That doesn't make him gay. So, anyways, Cindy tells Greg and the others about the note and attempts to convince them to tell the police, but Greg beats her instead of telling them not to. No, but Greg bets her instead of telling them to not involve the police, afraid of going to prison for the murder they committed of the previous year at Buffy's beauty pageant. Yeah, so Shannon Elizabeth plays Buffy right in there. So as you can see on the poster right there, there she is in the green right at the end. But so we were at Buffy's beauty pageant. Greg is her boyfriend Greg, which is the guy right up on the top there by Carmen Electra. That's Greg, her boyfriend. So she's there. So he's there, and he's watching her, and she's trying to do this dramatic reading, and nothing's working. And so what happens is that she's there, and she says, and she's like, "Greg, watch out behind you! Watch out behind you!" And they think he's doing it every time she stabs it. Every time Ghostface stabs Greg, she gets crazier and crazier, and until she wins the beauty pageant because of her dramatic reading. I mean, that's just comedy right there, in my opinion, in a spoof movie like this. And she forgets about Greg, so Greg's dead. So this killer is going around killing everyone involved with this murder that happened. Yeah. You want to know what's up? You know what's up?
What's up? What's up? What the? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, Duque, pick up the phone.
Yo.
What's up?
What you doing, son?
They think Bobby it might be the killer, so Bobby's locked up in prison. When he gets released from jail, Buffy is beheaded by the killer with a meat cleaver. Yes, a meat cleaver. Though the Severhead keeps talking like, "Oh, I'm a Severhead, oh, I'm a Severhead," and then he throws her in the lost and found. It's subsequently thrown in the lost and found. That night, Gail and her cameraman Kenny go to Lover's Lookout. Gail is the newspaper reporter. Here played by Sherry O'Terry, originally played by Courtney Cox in Scream. So they go there to Lover's Lookout to try and see if they can find the killer because the killer likes to take teenagers, and better point to get teenagers is that make out is that their make out point. So that happens. Lovers Lookout, teen makeouts, but to get a murder on camera, they managed to film the killer murdering a girl named Heather. The killer then chases Gail and Kenny into the woods and murders Kenny while Gail gives a snot-filled apology to Kenny's family, much like the parody of the Blair Witch Project. "I'm sorry. We made it as far as we could. I don't think we could go any further." You know, the Blair Witch Project. Later that night, Ray and Brenda go to the movies. Why? Because they're so madly and deeply in love with each other. To see Shakespeare in Love. Because this is funny, because Shakespeare in Love was an actual movie out at that time, where Ray is stabbed through his ear in the bathroom stall using a glory hole. Because he gets in there and the glory hole scene happens and he gets stabbed in his ear, which is kind of weird. The killer then goes after Brenda, but angry movie patrons, fed up with Brenda talking to her in the movie and her obnoxious behavior, begin stabbing her to silence her, and also as revenge for ruining Shakespeare in Love and several other films. One person stabs her and goes, "That's for Thelma and Louise. That's for Thelma and Louise." And it goes, "This is for The Fugitive. This is for Schindler's List. This is for Rebel in the Bronx." They mentioned some other Jackie Chan movies. Boogie Nights, Big Mama's House. Brenda then drops dead from all the stab rooms. And the audience goes, "Ah!" And the audience is happy. Meanwhile, Sydney throws a house party, hoping for the safety in numbers. Tina, one of Sydney's friends, go out to the garage. You never go out to a garage during a horror film, guys. Never, never, never do it. Why? She's killed by trying to escape through the killer through the cat flap of the garage door. So the garage door raises up and it's like boom. She's killed that way. During the party, Sydney goes upstairs and goes upstairs with Bobby to have sex. Bobby reaches orgasm and makes a mess, and Sydney is forced to clean it up with on the ceiling. While in the basement, the killer shows up and gets stoned with Shorty and his friends. What you saw right there is with all the "what's up" stuff. But he ends up killing all of them except for Shorty. After Sydney and Bobby have sex, the killer appears and stabs Bobby before disappearing. Sydney gets a gun from the drawer and Bobby follows. Shorty comes up from the basement, warning about the killer, but Bobby takes the gun and shoots him. Ray arrives on the scene, still alive. So this is the dramatic climax of a comedy movie where we get in Scream right now. The killers were just revealed in Scream. So the killers are being revealed right here, Bobby and Ray. If you haven't seen Scary Movie, I'm sorry, but you should have seen it by now because it was out in the 90s. It's hilarious. It's a classic, so watch it. Bobby and Ray confront Sydney in the kitchen and announce their intention to not only kill her and her father, and that they are merely copying the real killer. Bobby admits being gay, while Ray denies being so, even though Ray acts very flamboyant. Nothing wrong with being a flamboyant guy and being straight. So the plan backfires when Ray viciously stabs Bobby numerous times out of anger and outrage because his favorite show, The Wayans Brothers, that's comedy gold right there because it was written and directed and starring The Wayans Brothers, has been canceled after 5 seasons. It didn't get a final episode. And he's just screaming, "Ray didn't get a final, they didn't get a final episode, boom!" And just stabs Bobby the whole time, which is hilarious. The killer abruptly arrives and stabs Ray. He and Sydney fight, with Sydney employing moves copied from the Matrix. Yeah, she kind of leans back, "Wah!" Kind of like that from the Matrix, and kicking him out the window. However, the killer vanishes before the police arrive, much to Cindy's dismay. So Ray and Bobby are not the killers like it was done in Scream, where the boyfriend and Stu and what's his face, where Stu Macher and Loomis, Bobby and Billy Loomis, they're they were the killers in Scream. So we're right here, right now, at the police station. City and the sheriff discovered that the killer was not David Keegan, the guy who they supposedly killed at the beginning of the movie in the "I Know What You Did Last Summer" spoof. And realized that Doofy was the killer the whole time and was faking his disability. Yeah, Goofy is like pretended to be handicapped mentally so he could go in and out of places, and it was a special deputy. Doofy has already escaped with Gail Hellstrom because as he's walking away, his side foot goes straight in and it's done there. Puts a cigarette in his mouth, packs right there, hops into the car. After removing his disguise, a parody of the ending of The Usual Suspects. If you haven't seen it, that's exactly how The Usual Suspects ends. Is that one guy just gets away with everything, walks into the car, and drives off. Upon finding his discarded backpack with his Ghostface mask and sharp knife in the street, Sidney begins screaming, "Ah!" and she's ran over by a car. Whoa! And it just ends as the sheriff walks away. It ends that way. And then there's mid-credit scene. This is before mid-credit scenes were a huge thing. Shorty is seen there. And he's telling us how to survive in a horror film. But yet it's actually a snatch and grab, which is hilarious that he decided to design it all upon a snatch and grab. In the post-credit scene, Doofy is shown in the bedroom breaking up with his vacuum cleaner as though they were in a real person and had a real relationship. Yeah, that's how messed up Dewey was in the head. Anyways, comes down to that time of the night where I say, if this is too sweet, it can't be beat. If it's too sour, don't even bother. Let's do this. That's right. And we got someone coming in right now. The man I mentioned earlier, Streets. What's up, man? It's all about the squad ghouls. It's all about scary movies and not pumpkin spice. So I want everyone to comment down below. What's your favorite scary movie down below? Let's get some talking going on the bottom in this comment section of this video. So tell me, what's your favorite scary movie, folks? Anyways, is it too sweet? Can't be beat. Is it too sour? Don't even bother. This one is too sweet, it can't be beat. Although the other ones are not as great as this one, but they're still funny in their own right. So it's too sweet, it can't be beat. Put it in there. Boom! That's right. That's right. It's too sweet, it can't be beat. So here I am at the end of another video. Just remember, because tonight there's a new show starting right after this. I'm sorry, I thought it was right then and there. I was paused so it would hit. But anyways, thanks for watching, diving into the deep cut with me. As always, our socials are down below. The Fanatics Network, you can check us all out right down here on my little screen. It's all right down there as well, too. You guys can also check me out, Greydon the Bin Buster, my own channel, Bin Buster, right on YouTube, and as all my social medias. Not only is it Director's Cut TFN for this show, it's also the Bin Buster on all social media. So check me out there as well. And we have more comments coming in. Let's see. What is Oh man, with Chris Elliott into is too good. Yeah, I know. With his tiny hand. Yeah, with his tiny hand. Anyways, next week here's a little taste of everything for you guys. Are you guys ready to go on a plane ride with me? Oh, we're going on a plane ride next week. We're going to take the red eye with Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams. That's right. I'm talking about the thriller Red Eye. Right here on the Director's Cut next week. And until next time, remember, there's more to movies than what we see on the screen. I'm Greydon, and I'll be your guide through the films and their history. Right here on the Director's Cut.